You invest in yourself with free work, no personal work.
This is out of hand. I don't understand what we're doing right now.
I was trying.
So
I was trying to like move over to the topic, but it did not work.
It did not work.
I was like, "What?
What?
No, what?"
I mean,
I didn't say anything.
I mean, like borderline.
I'm not here to talk.
Borderline food coma right now. But no. So what we wanted to talk about today is personal work. A couple of weeks back, we talked about mental health and how important it was to take a step back, look at the big picture, and do stuff that you actually enjoy.
Keep on doing stuff that you enjoy and not just client work.
Exactly. Do stuff outside of the filmmaking world, but also if that brings you joy, you can do like some more personal work. And in today's episode, we want to talk about how we do personal work, how much of a percentage it takes in our daily life, and
how we approach it, and what's important and why we think it's important.
Yeah.
So Romain,
yeah.
How do you approach personal work? How much do you do of it? What do you like to do? How do you keep yourself doing personal work?
I mean, I feel like even this podcast is like personal work to me.
Absolutely.
Something
you enjoy.
Yeah, it's just something really enjoyable. It's a creative outlet. It takes a lot of time to come here, shoot, edit, and post and everything. But I think it's really fulfilling in terms of, I don't know, just doing something.
100%.
And I also have a YouTube channel where I try to post like videos and stuff. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm heading with this. And this is also personal work to me.
I just want to get right in there because you just said I'm still figuring out where I want to go with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing about personal work. I think it's the one thing you don't really have to figure out. It's the one thing you can just do, and it will go wherever it goes because you enjoy it, or you might stop enjoying it and go in a different direction. I think is it the same for you?
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely the same. And I think it reflects in this podcast as well, because when we first discussed...
Maybe the way we start the podcast as well.
For example. Yeah, exactly. It's not really structured. But no, like when we first... If we like look back a few months ago when we first talked about like making a podcast, I think you texted me or I texted you like, hey, do you want to make a podcast? Yeah, sure.
I think you did.
Yeah, and
you were fonder than me about it.
Yeah, and we didn't really think through too much about it. I think when we first started, before recording the first batch, we were like, oh, how are we going to do it? How do we do the intro? Do we need a catchphrase? Do we need this and that? And this was starting to, even before recording the first batch, starting to become like a lot of work. Like really thinking about stuff.
We were trying to make it perfect and know everything before we start.
Yeah. We had lists, we had bullet points and everything. But as we went on with this, and now we're getting, I don't know if it's better for the audience, to be honest, but like now it's just much more enjoyable because we just don't think about it too much. We have like overall themes we want to talk about, and we just look at it more as like a discussion as opposed to like a list of facts that we want to 100%. Bring on the table. And I think it's really nice. And to be fair, like if you compare like the first one we recorded, this podcast compared to like today, it's completely different in terms of mood, vibe, but this is still personal stuff.
Yeah. And it evolves. But I would argue with the clients, with the viewers, I think you attract less viewers that way. But I also think the ones that vibe with it, want like much more, because it's, I don't want to say a niche, but it's much more like it's your thing, it's your humor, it's our thing that we like. We like more like easygoing. We don't want to structure and have like a list of like talk about this and ask you a question. We just want to talk freely, and I think out of that comes like a nice easy vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people really like vibe it. Some people it's unstructured. They don't like it.
Yeah, and this was something I really had a hard time understanding before I started to actually create for me and like what I wanted to do, like let's say this podcast or like YouTube, for instance. Yeah. Because like when you start something, you always trying to compare what you're doing with other people. So you're basically influenced by all these people. And if I'm thinking about YouTube, for instance, if we just talk about it a little bit, you're influenced by all the big guys in this and girls in this niche. You know, you're influenced by Peter McKinnon, like all these people. And the first few videos you make, you're just trying to mimic what they're doing, and it just doesn't feel natural at all, and the audience definitely can see. But it's also you don't know where to start. You don't know where to start. Somewhere what you've seen. Yeah, and as you go along, when you're on this endeavor and like you're on this thing for the long term, like podcast or YouTube, whatever, you're creating content for other people to consume essentially. you start to find you start to find your voice a little bit, and then this is when the things start to get fun. I think this podcast is a perfect example. I feel like it started like a cool idea we didn't think through, then we started to overthink it. It was not really enjoyable, maybe, and then now it's just like
it looked like that mountain that we mentioned in the other episode 2 weeks ago. It started to look like this big mountain, this big step. Like we need to do so many things before we can start.
How many stuff?
How are we gonna edit it? Who's gonna edit it? What way? What's the thumbnail? What's the intro?
Yeah.
And of course, that work has to be done at some point, but you don't have to overthink it, because just go and it will improve. And I mean, honestly, these 3 people that watched the first episode, who the frick cares? You know.
They do care because they're our moms and girlfriends. but no, yeah, for sure. But I think this is personal stuff for sure, like creating content for the internet, like podcast, YouTube. But I think, well, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you can also do personal stuff, but more within the realm of what you do for a living, let's say filmmaking. So this might include spec ads, spec work. This might include documentaries about members of your family or your friends and stuff. Essentially everything which is not or there's no clients behind it, and you just do it because you want to do it.
Because you want to, because you enjoy it.
And I found it really, really freeing. I think we might be repeating ourselves with the episode a couple of weeks back, but I think I want to hear your opinion and what you do about it. But all the personal projects that I've done, I've shot my friend who's a sign painter. I shot him. I'm doing a lot of family videos with like my family, documentary style, that I don't really publish anywhere but my family's Telegram group, when I just send everything. And I don't know, it's really fulfilling, and it's really kind of like resetting my mindset and my creative mind. And I'm more, I don't know, I feel better when I work on clients' projects after that, just because I'm so, I don't know, I was able to like do whatever I wanted to do 100%. Nobody told me like, I want the grading to be like this, I need to add this logo at the end, here's the JPEG file of the logo with
and
the
you didn't
stuff like
can
this.
you make the logo pop?
Can you make the logo pop too? Yeah, can we reshoot this real quick? Stuff
and
like
you didn't
this.
Overthink, like, is that the right fit for the client? Is that good? Are they gonna like it?
Yeah.
Is that what they're looking for? Because you don't need to, like,
no,
if
whatever.
you want to make it dark, make it dark.
Yeah.
If you want to like make it super fast cut, make it fast cut.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna tell you how.
So what do you do? Because like, of course, we have this podcast that we have in common that we do, but what else do you do for personal work?
So my thing is kind of video portraits.
Yeah,
I like to portray people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it.
And I love to like show interesting, like, because I'm so interested in people. I love talking. That's also why I'm here. Like, I love podcasts, talking, like exchanging with other people. And I love to do that in video form, because I get to like talk to them, to interesting people that do something crazy. And I get to like portray them in a way that I see them and I think fit for them.
Yeah.
And I love to do that. So it's kind of it's like a documentary, but my touch to it is it's very cinematic, and it's very like, I like to put in, I don't like to only like follow them with their daily stuff, whatever. It can be a dancer, it can be an athlete, whatever.
Yeah.
It can be just a person that is interesting itself with what they had in life, what they did, or where they live, whatever. And I like to not only show them like documentary style what they do. I like to like go through what they do and where they live with them without a camera, and then figure out what I like and what they tell me, and then have some like hero, how do you say it? Some hero moments, like for a musician to, for example, it could be in a studio where they like make up all their shit and really like light the thing kind of artsy in a very unnatural way, honestly, very artistic, very lit, and accentuate that. I mean, it's a big contrast to the documentary, and I love to mix these two things. Yeah, and that's kind of my thing that I like to do as personal work.
Do you do that often? How often do you do that per year?
Like now, it's been a year.
It's been a year
since I did my last one.
All right.
and I really want to get back into it.
Yeah.
Like with the burnout I talked about,
Yeah.
I had a lot of like just everything felt like I can't do it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. And now I'm slowly getting back to like, bro, just shoot. Like what are you waiting for? Because every time I do it, I'm like I enjoy it so much. And
So good.
It's so dumb waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm an overthinker. I'm always like thinking, it's not the right moment. I need to wait and figure it out. And the way things go with these personal projects, because there's no money behind it, it's not on the priority list for everyone. So then, timing, finding a time, a schedule where it works for everyone is going to be hard. It just gets thrown back. And at some point you're like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Now I got this thing going on. So I'm really trying to work on just doing it in the moment where I want to do it and not even think about, this could be nicer in spring where the
you should have a
weather's
YouTube
not-
channel. You should have a YouTube channel with
And
all just the video portraits. I think people really like it online, and it's. I know that I said earlier that like most of the personal work I was not sharing, but like some of the personal work, like video portraits, for instance,
Right.
I think they can be really interesting for other people. They can inspire other people, and they can also, I don't know. It's always nice to get feedback.
Of
It's a
course,
nice way to get feedback.
I do share them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like mostly, like I used to do the whole thing. Now I kind of got back to, I don't want to post a whole video on Instagram because it makes no sense.
Instagram doesn't really make any sense
No,
anymore. So
No, just parts of it and kind of behind the scenes and just showing that there's something and then linking it.
Yeah.
So it's a good point. Maybe I should.
Yeah, that's cool. Comment down below if you think Phil should upload a YouTube channel.
Maybe.
That'd be nice. But no, so you're saying it's been a year since you last did the last video portrait,
Mm-hmm.
but what have you done in between that you would consider be personal work? This could be just photography. This could be not filmmaking related. This could be like starting, I don't know, pottery. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, you mean anything artistic?
Yeah.
Well, I started because I have this vision. I want to really build like a studio here in Bern.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have a nice place to work at with like people, with a collective, whatever, with other freelancers or a company and whatever. I just want to have a nice space to like have a home base where you work from.
Yeah.
And I started collecting retro things for it because I want to like have it a nice place. I want a lot of space. I don't want it cramped with like desks and kind of officey. I want that's what I would love.
So Phil is high maintenance, just so you guys know.
I would love to have like a big like 8-meter ceiling high and I kind of an
Did
old
I show
factory.
you? Did I show you the spot in the Châtel that I visited?
No.
Okay, I'll show you after the
You
video.
should.
Yeah, I'll show you.
And I would love to like my vision is even like taking an old car, cut it in half and put it on the ceiling hanging down. Like it looks like it's going to fly into your face. Stuff like that I would like to do and put lights in it, like green lights, red light, some crazy shit. And then I want to build like a TV wall where, I started collecting some stuff with it. That I'm really enjoying. So I'm like getting through eBay and Ricardo and collecting all these like really cheap old TVs that people don't want.
Yeah.
That still work. And ultimately I'm going to build this. So this is kind of
where do you store everything? Like in your basement?
my parents' house.
Oh yeah.
And my dad, every time I come home, I'm like, yeah, Dad, I'm coming.
Come get your shit, Phil.
I'm going to come by and bring another TV. It's like, what the? Yeah. He's not happy, but my mom's like, yeah, it's okay. You can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
she
tells
moms
her
are
it's
cool.
okay.
Moms are cool.
So yeah, I get to do it. Yeah, that's
Nice.
where I'm starting because my girlfriend will kill me if I bring home because these TVs are huge.
Yeah.
It's not
And
like
your
these
place,
flat screens.
I've seen a couple. I've never been to Phil's place, but like I've seen pictures, and it's really like almost minimalistic to some extent.
Actually, I had a little shoot yesterday at my home because it's so like.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, like, shout out to Luana. She did a really good job
Sup,
designing
Luana?
it. Wonderful. Thanks. And we used it for a quick shoot yesterday for a few hours, and everybody who came in and was like, "Oh, it's almost minimalistic. It's super nicely and like super clean." And
I think she posted a story of you. Sorry, we're this is not organized.
It's personal work.
It's personal work. It's personal topic.
What we want to do.
But I saw a picture of on her Instagram story, and it looks really beautiful, like super Instagrammable.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a surfboard on the wall. Everything is in like this earthy, white, beige tones.
Yeah, it's very clean.
Good. I like it.
I wouldn't do my studio that way for sure, but
You wouldn't?
I would more rustical, more
Okay.
old school, very just use things to build things. You know, a table doesn't need to be a table. We can build a table out of a ton of things.
It's almost like having the Casey Neistat approach to things.
Kind of, but
DIY.
Yes, but I think Casey Neistat's style it's not visual. Like he just builds it together. It just needs to work.
Yeah.
And I would love to do the same thing, but kind of like so it
Nice.
also kind of looks nice.
All right.
So that makes Anyway, that's
cool.
what I'm doing. Spec work. I really want to do more spec ads.
Why do you think spec ads are important?
Well, because that's ultimately where clients are going to be, and if they see that, they can see themselves, their company, their brand in that, and be like, "Oh, that's dope. That's what we can see our brand in." And, and then they're. I mean, everyone I know, every freelancer I know in film says that most of their work gets attracted from their personal work.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
It's probably the same for you.
Oh shit, yeah. Like most. What?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Most of the projects I get are through people that have seen my personal work.
You even told me that you got a job from just like a
family
vacation video, which is
posted
insane.
Yeah, I got 2 jobs from that. I went because we have a cabin in the Swiss Alps, and then we go there with my family like every summer because it's nice and not too warm. And I always shoot because we were lost in nature, so it's really beautiful. You know, trees, nature. Like there's nothing around it. You can if you want to fly your drone, just fly your drone there. There's no one to tell you.
No one
anything.
telling you. Get it down.
Yeah, whatever. So I shot something. I think that was the first time I was there with my daughter. She was like maybe 3 months old or something, and we shot just a family video. Like I would say, kind of like filmic. You know, beautiful. Like we shot. It was overcast. We shot when the sun was setting down. You know, perfect lighting, everything. And I just put together a few clips, put a nice music on it, a little bit of sound design, and I uploaded it on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. And I think
it was very moody and
it was super. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
It was
like bits of it. I remember. Yeah, for sure.
You actually commented on it. It was really nice. And and it, like people liked it. Whatever. Like they commented, "Yeah, cool." And then I got 2 jobs. I don't exactly remember which. Yeah, I got 2 jobs. One for a museum and one for I think a product. I don't remember. But they were like, "Hi, we just saw the video you posted. We want to work with you." And then when I was talking to them, I was like, "Okay, what's the style today?" They were like, "Oh, we want the exact same thing you did in this video." I was like, "Whoa, shit! All right,
fuck, that's crazy."
Yeah, that's insane."
And you just did that on like the side.
Yeah.
What you shoot it with the X100V?
Oh no, I shot it with the A7 R3.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, that was before the X100V was out. And I did the exact same thing last month with the X100V. I shot a video and people like really liked it. But
that's because why do they like it? Because you did like fully your style.
Yeah.
And apparently your style is really cool and vibes with people, and they want this.
I don't know if it's cool or not, but people.
I assume
like
if people like pay you for it, then you're doing something right.
But the spec ads and spec work in general, I think, is definitely something I want to do more of as well. Yeah. And
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, just because I feel like, as you said, and as we've said like multiple times on this podcast before, when you work with clients, you will have limitations on what you can or cannot do. If you work with an agency or whatever, you will have a specific art direction that you have to follow. Yeah. Whereas if you work for yourself, and I mean, if you do spec ads, of course you're gonna have to like pay maybe someone a little bit of money to like makeup, whatever, or like the actors or whatnot. But at the end of the day, this is your style, as you said. This is what you want to do. And I think there's this quote. I think there's an agency in Brooklyn that have this baseline that say like, you get the work you do, you know. Yeah. So basically, do the work you want to do, and then people will come in for that. So,
you said like you were in nature with your family and everything, and you kind of got inspired. So it made me think like, what do you most get inspired by? Is it nature?
What do I get most inspired by?
Yeah.
No.
Especially for your personal work, like stuff you really want to create.
I think stuff I really want to create. I think being like in the wilderness, like in the nature, it really helps because you don't have all these
Noise.
all this noise around you that can be distracting at some point, like
Visually
sometimes
and auditive.
both. Yeah. But no, I think my inspiration and what I like and what I look up to, I think mostly comes content I consume on the internet, simply, or movies.
That's a good hint. Yeah.
Yeah.
You? I want to say content, but honestly, it definitely comes from there, but not directly. Like, because at the moment, I'm struggling with, I'm consuming too much. Like, I'm not creating enough. And I'm consuming too much.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it kind of cripples me because I look all this nice stuff in it. And the more I create, the better. Like, it's crazy. Each project gets better. And in each project, I get this euphoria of creating. And if I get into another like state, like for months, like a couple of months that I don't create and I consume a lot more, it just drowns me. It just makes me like not want to create because I saw so many good things.
Yeah.
And so I definitely get inspired by it, but it also cripples me at the same time. So I really have to make sure I'm not consuming as much as
I think there's a fine line. I think a lot of the really successful content creators, if you want to call them like this, like YouTubers, they all say don't overconsume what's out there, because like you can basically go like get home from work, go on your phone and go on TikTok for like 5 hours.
Of course.
And
you're
then
not even going to notice the
you're not
5
even
hours.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think this is really dangerous because your mind kind of shifts from like the creative and like I want to create stuff to like just consuming and being more passive. And I've experienced the exact same thing. I think a few months back I was like really watching a lot of YouTube video, like everyone. I was watching all the videos that were coming out and stuff, and I started to realize that I was just wasting my time because it didn't bring me any joy. It didn't help me that much improving my skills and my art. And I don't know.
It's mostly the opposite. It just, I mean, for me, definitely. And what I aspire to do is to, like, that's what I really would like to get as an artist. I want to create more than I consume. Yeah. And I think that's a goal that many people have.
Did you manage to do that?
No, never.
So what I did for that, I unsubscribed from I know some creators, they post like almost daily on YouTube, and the content is entertaining, but it doesn't bring me that much. I don't want to diss on anyone, but like, I don't know if you know Matti Apoya, so one of Peter Mäkinen's friend, Finnish guy.
So he posts a lot, right?
Yeah, he posts a lot. He talks about gear and stuff. It's really interesting, but like he posts so much that if I want to keep up with it, I have to watch all the time. Same thing with like all the big creators that post like maybe 3-4 times a week. And I started to unsubscribe from them. And I would periodically go on their YouTube and like, if I want to, I'll just watch.
So you used to be really like if you're subscribed, you watch their videos.
I watch their videos.
Okay.
And now what I do is I unsubscribe to a bunch of channels, but I still know their names. And sometimes when I feel like it, I'm in my bed or whatnot, and
That's
I just
crazy.
like go, oh yeah, what is Peter Mäkinen doing? So I'm just going on Peter Mäkinen's page.
I've never done that. I've never I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, and I've never I don't even chill on the subscribe side.
Yeah, you go on.
I just go on the discovery, and
I'm
if
the
something
opposite.
pops to my mind, I'll watch it. But I've never been, oh shit, there's a new blah 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 video, I gotta watch it.
Okay.
I just like, if the title and the thumbnail kind of they tell me it might be something I'm interested, I'll watch it. But that's crazy. I never thought about doing it like kind of like a
don't
TV show
unsubscribe
coming
from my
out.
channel though. Yeah,
I might have to, bro. You're posting too much.
I looked at it as a TV show. That's exactly how to put it. Like
I never looked at it that way. Crazy. Okay.
So
and I still watch a lot.
But that was one of the ways. So one of the ways I did. One of the things I did to reduce my consumption, and then the only thing, maybe I think you started to do that, but it's just creating more for socials, because you're gonna be on social media anyway. Like, no matter how hard you try, you're still gonna be on Instagram a little bit and stuff. But I really started to be like, okay, if I can create now reels, for instance, and stuff, you still have this creative stuff going on. You have to adapt to the format and stuff, but it's still something cool to do.
You put your style into
exactly.
it.
And then the 15 half hour you spend on Instagram that day is probably going to be just editing your reel, like post it, and then you go through like the few of your friends posts, like it
exactly,
and then that's it.
I really need, like, for me, like, I really know I need to have like a system or like some way I regulate myself consuming things, and even I saw this artist. I don't know if you know Beeple.
No,
bro, it's an insane artist, 3D artist.
From where?
From the States.
Okay.
He's an older guy. I think he's between, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but between
20 and 65.
Yeah, around there. I would say between 50 and 65.
Okay.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And he had this thing going on for like almost, I don't know, multiple years. I don't want to know too many. It's between 2 and 4 years, somewhere there. He had this thing going on where he would create a 3D like photo each day.
Oh.
And he did that for years. And he's one of the most paid artists.
Oh yeah, that's the one who sold all the NFTs. Like one of the first one. One of the first one who sold all the NFTs. No,
I don't know all. Like, what do you mean by all the NFTs?
Oh, not all, but like he sold like
There's none left. All of them are sold. I'm sorry.
No NFT left. No, but one of the first massive amount of money exchange on NFT was a dude that had been, I don't know if it was 3D now or just like illustration, but who had been drawing like
maybe
every
at the beginning
day.
It was illustration. He's an illustrator, but then he started, at some point he started 3D, and now he's like creating these 3D like images. And it's images. It's 2D in the end, but he creates them 3D.
Yeah. Like, you know. But and okay, that's great. That's
great. And he did that, and he said it's so fulfilling. It's also stressful. He did it 365 images a year.
That's insane.
Like, doesn't matter if it's his daughter's birthday or his birthday or if he's on vacation or it is Christmas. It does not matter. Or his granddad just died. It's just he does one thing.
That's crazy.
Which is like, and you know the rule of habit. Like after 21 days, like you get into a habit.
3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months.
Exactly.
Something like this.
And apparently like this was his thing, and he didn't even think about it. He knew.
What would you like to do? Because like I'm guessing like where you're heading at is like you wanna like go
implement
to like
a rule? Or what? What do you mean?
No, what you're heading at with this is that you kind of want to have this system where you like you need to create X amount of stuff or like do X amount of things.
Exactly. Yeah. Just have some regulation, some rule that makes me kind of accountable for creating stuff.
Yeah.
And I have no clue how go.
You know, do
you have any suggestions?
I thought about it. I thought about it the other day, but I'm yet to start this. And I just saw someone when we were over the lunch break do this on Instagram. They were like, I have one challenge. I want to make one reel per day for 30 days.
Okay.
And this is the kind of stuff, like, it's not too much work. It's kind of feasible. And I think, as you said, once you get into the rhythm, then you're probably going to be, it's probably going to be sustainable on the long term.
For me, I don't know, are they like, what are they, a video creator or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he does both. I think.
Okay.
Like whatever. I don't know.
Because to me, like, reels are not what I want to do. And to me, it would be more like, I have to do this. It's not like I'm creating something I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I think just for me, like, reels wouldn't be the right thing. I know it helps you a lot, so it's a win-win. Kind of, it's promotion for yourself. It's I don't know. Maybe I should just try it because I'm now overthinking again. You know, that's the thing. Like,
that's the cool.
Just go do it and try.
Reels, they can be really simple. You can just like this, the reel we posted last week on the That Slate Instagram you guys should subscribe to. The really simple stuff, but you could also use your craft and your know-how to like maybe just do like one sick push in on the product, super well lit with like smoke and stuff, and that's just it. Put on like an audio track on it, send it.
Yeah.
And I think this is something I kind of want to do, is that as I go on, I want to use reels. I want to follow like trends, of course, when I think I see them fit my style. But I also want to create content that I think is cool. Yeah. Even if even if it's not super professional or whatever, it's just one thing that you like. Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a good way to get into the habit, because I feel like, what you could do is say like after like when you finish work every night, you go out and you have at least to come back home with one picture. That's
what I was thinking about. I some weeks ago I was thinking about it, and I said, why don't I just bring like a camera with me every day.
Yeah.
And each day, my goal is to come home
One
with an
picture.
image that I really like.
Yeah.
Like I can shoot as many pictures that day. I can also just shoot one.
Yeah.
But I have to come home and really be like, I like this picture.
Yeah.
And then collect them and then look back
Yeah.
after a month and like see what each picture was. I was actually thinking about that.
That's a really
We should do that. We should challenge each other.
Shit, yeah.
Let's do it.
Should we open an Instagram account? 365 pics,
Well, let's start with a month, maybe.
30 pics.
Let's start with a month.
week.
No,
Let's start with one day.
just today.
Yeah, but
I already took one of you.
Where would you post the pictures?
I don't really. I don't worry about posting. I don't care. It can just be for myself. We can just exchange it between ourselves.
Yeah.
Make like a collective. We should do that.
You can do Polaroids.
You could do that. I actually do have a Polaroid. But then it's again like carrying out the Polaroid camera. Are you gonna do it all day? Listen, we should do this. We do this for a month. We set the time, and we have a shared album on our iPhones on iCloud.
Yeah.
And we have to post each day. Each of us has to post one
Shit,
picture.
okay.
And then we'll kind of like comment each other and just see what, and then look back after a month.
Starting when?
1st of September.
All right. But
We do it, huh?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, beautiful.
So
People, we'll do it. Once it's done, we'll do an episode talking about this.
I think this
how
episode
this
has
challenge-
to come out before then.
Before this one?
No, this
This has to come out
this has to come out
before, and then after it, we'll do an episode.
Okay.
That will be posted after this. How
Hell
it worked
yeah.
out. Yeah? We do it. There you go, people. That's how you just go about it. Just go out, just challenge it. And I think it really helps like having other people make you accountable for it.
Yeah.
So if I don't post one day, you'll be like, bro,
I'll give you shit.
it's 11:34. Where's your picture of today? You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like it really helps.
All right,
like,
bet. That's cool.
okay. So if you
1st
guys
of September.
yeah, first
We'll
of September
We'll post this
till
episode
September 30th.
1st of September.
Yes.
We have to make a note because we're gonna forget.
Hope it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Let's see where it goes.
Let's do it. I think it's the right time to actually finish this episode.
Absolutely.
This little bet. So
we challenge each, like if you're listening, I challenge you, or we both challenge you, do something for yourself for 30 days.
yeah.
Beginning today, because today is September 1st, apparently. We challenge you, do some little thing that isn't like a big burden, isn't a lot of work. You can do it with your phone. It doesn't even have to be video, photo related. Just do something creative every day.
And I'm going on vacation end of September, so I'll have content.
Perfect. Wonderful.
I like that. All right.
Wonderful.
All right. Do you wanna sign off?
Yeah.
Say